Rage can be used in a way to motivate you just and remind you just who the fuck you are. You are a force. You are something to fuck with. You're built from something. You're not just here aimlessly just living. You control your life. This is you taking the steering wheel and you controlling your own motherfucking life. Fuck everybody else and what everybody else is doing. Rage, it takes rage in order to go against the grain. When all the motherfuckers are just lining up to walk off the goddamn cliff, it's rage that turns and goes towards the crowd and just walks the other way. You need rage in those moments because it's not easy during those times. You don't give a fuck. Rage blocks all that shit out. Rage is like, man, y'all motherfuckers are fucking retarded. I'm not going that way. I'm going this way because this makes sense. Rage can just be you waking up from your shitty life. Rage could be you with the motherfucking crack pipe about to motherfucking smoke a crack or whatever it is, or popping pills, whatever it is, and you just looking at yourself in a fucking mirror and just not being okay just who the fuck you are. So it could be rage that ignites you changing your own life. Rage doesn't necessarily have to be violent. Rage doesn't necessarily have to be beating a motherfucker ass. Although it does include, it does include those things. Rage doesn't always have to be that. It doesn't at all. So you want to be clear-headed. And so the difference is the amygdala, I don't even know how to fucking say this word, hypothalamus, alerts the hypothalamus in your brain. And this is the motherfucker that comes out screaming, flipping on every switch in the building. You could think about it like that. And it just basically is connected to your nervous system. And so that's how shit goes from mental to physical real quick. It's quick. It's like that. Now, people that work out understand this a whole lot more. People that work out understand that rage is in working out. People that work out understand that, like, before you go into a set, you mentally go into a compartment, or I don't know where there's, for some people it's a switch. For some people it's called like the guy in the basement that you let out. For some people, again, like I said, it's a switch, it's a smell, it's a thought process. I remember a girl cheated on me, and she said that she was pregnant and that the baby wasn't mine. For the longest time, before I would lift, when I was going after my personal record, my PR with lifting weights, for the longest time, I always thought about that. Right before I lifted, I would think about what she said, because that triggered this feeling, this rage inside of me. I remember she said that, and that I immediately just went to the gym and I went and worked out. Immediately I went and worked out. And the guys that I was working out with, they were thinking, they knew something was wrong with me, but they didn't say anything. I wasn't even talking during my workout, during my sets or anything like that. And I remember we just kept going up in weight and kept going up in weight. And I wasn't even thinking. Like, I remember I was putting weight on, and I wasn't even counting. I wasn't, usually you count, do 10, 12, 15 reps. I wasn't even counting my reps. I was just fucking lifting. And there was a moment in which I was lifting and I was back and I was just pushing. I was pushing this last rep, and I didn't even know how many of that I did. And fucking tears just started coming out of the side of my face. And I remember I just started pushing harder. I just remember pushing even harder when the tears started coming out of the side of my face. And then after that, then I explained to them, what happened and what it was. But that was for the longest, that was my go-to to trigger the rage that I needed in order to get my personal record. Now it's something else. It's always something. Something that pisses you off. something that triggers it. And I think that's what's most important about this whole thing is that we learn how to trigger. We learn our own triggers, and we learn how to trigger our rage. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. We have to learn these triggers. We need to have it. As men, I'm a firm believer we just need to be dangerous at any moment. I believe that we need to be in control. We don't need to display that we're dangerous at all, by no means. But in order to protect what we love so much, we have to have this ability, this switch, this guy in the basement, whatever it is for you. We need to have that to turn on at any second to protect what we love.
Bitch, I'd rather die!
Come on, Aiden, come on.
It's my fucking kid right there! I'd be damned if I fell! What's up, Pop? What's up, Pop? Huh? What's up, Pop? Huh?
It could be you just learning a new skill. So rage is you just snapping in your mind and like, no, fuck this. From now on, I choose who the fuck I am. From now on, I'll learn what the fuck I want to learn. You know what I mean? I want to learn about the brain. I want to fucking learn how the brain works. And so I don't think about what other people think at all. I do what comes natural to me. My profession is a software engineer, but people will try to typecast you into these certain positions like, yeah, for my 9 to 5, I'm a software engineer. But after that, I'm interested in working out. I'm interested in the brain. And I would like to learn. And the reason why I'm interested in the brain is because I want to be in control of my life. I want to know my own triggers. And it starts with the cerebral. It starts there. And if we can know our triggers, if we can know how our brain works, if we can understand how we function as human beings and as people, then we can stop being herded along like sheep, like most of us are. And so it's not enough to just be awakened. It's not enough to just be woke, right? Out of the matrix. You have to then learn. You have to learn inwardly, not external. If it's external, then it's wrong. Everything, all of our answers to all of our problems are internal. They're internal. And this is how I judge and know whether something is a scam or not. If it points to anything external, then it's a scam. So if we want to change our lives, if we want to have our answers to all of our problems are all internal. The problem is that we just don't know ourselves. And so we have to learn ourselves in order to answer these problems, right? So now we're woke. That's the first thing, right? We understand, we see all of this, whatever woke is to you, right? And then you have to learn. You have to understand that you don't learn. We put too much onus on certain people and their professions. And now in today's day and age, we can learn from these professionals, right? I'm no brain surgeon. I'm not in neurology or a neurologist at all. I can't even say the motherfucking word. It still doesn't prohibit me from learning about myself in order to know my own triggers, to live a healthier life. I choose to just live a healthier life. Now, if you just want to live a shitty life, then yeah, don't learn. Don't learn at all. But I choose to live a healthy life. I like my life. I love being healthy. I love being strong. And so, and that's outwardly. And I want to get to the cerebral now, and I want to understand what's going on inside my brain. I want to understand how to heal my own self from past traumas without having to go to a psych that fucking just wants to charge you $1,000 an hour to fucking try to heal you or whatever. And then they aren't even healing you anyway. They're helping you heal yourself. Man, with ChatGPT and today's day and age, man, you could do it on your own with effort. It takes effort, and you have to have that willingness in order to do that. Choose good rage, not bad rage. Rage isn't a bad thing. Rage is a good thing. You just have to control it with your prefrontal cortex. Whenever shit might be getting out of control, you just will it back in. Think about it, right? So you know it's going down a bad path when you're not thinking straight. That's the bad rage. So choose the good rage. Till next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think down there in the comment section. I'm interested in this topic. I like this one. This was probably my most favorite video that I made. And so I like this one. What do you guys think down there? And let me know what you think in the comment section about this. Peace.